What's up, everyone? Week 2 in the books. And man, what a week it was. A lot of close matchups. I'm going to start off with one because let me tell you, I went to bed Monday night thinking one team was going to get the win. It was in the bag. And woke up to a totally different outcome. Pits and Giggles going up against Teammate 1000. Marty trying to get his first win, started 0-1. Marco, the worst team in the league last year, started off 1-0, trying to stay undefeated. And it was Marco with the 127-117 victory. And why was this unlikely? Because, man, all Geno Smith needed was 11 points for the victory. And instead, he dropped a half a point. He only scored half. That's what I needed Gotham Knights to do in that game so I could go ahead and win that week. Instead, it was freaking Geno Smith who drops the half a point. Marco 2-0. Pits and Giggles. Marty down 0-2. Speaking of Gotham Knights, it was Eli, two-time Super Bowl MVP, going up against Gotham Knights. And even though freaking Russell Wilson had a monster career day, dropping 39 points. Dude, Terry, man. Dak Prescott, 27 points. Puka Nacua, 28 points. Odunze, 33, a career day. And Trevor Lawrence dropping 24. And Penix did nothing for me. Penix had a great week first week, did nothing for me the second week. I should have started Mac Jones. But that being said, I dropped down to 1-1. Gotham Knights, Terry, starting off 2-0. Man, could this be your year? Listen, you're starting off well. I think in your league also you're 2-0. Beat me in both leagues. Don't worry. Come back for you in the playoffs. Next matchup, we have Ojo Meister against Frank's Bills. And it is Ojo with the 158-119 victory. Bryce Young, 28 points. Malik Neighbors dropping 39. And man, it was a heartbreaking loss to Dallas, but honestly, listen, I'm glad it was competitive. I'm glad they put up some yards. It was good to see some offense. Arbery kicks that ridiculous field goal at the end of regulation. Listen, it is what it is, but Neighbors had a monster game, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns. And and then your Patriots defense drops 22 points. For Frank, Tampa dropped a negative point for their kicker. Otten didn't do anything. Devontae Smith didn't do anything. Sutton didn't do anything. And he just couldn't overcome it. 158-119. Both teams 1-1. Next matchup we have Bushwick Hitman, Team Happy Bacon Strips, and Frankie. Talk about the comebacks of comebacks. And I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about him coming back into the league. 2-0, taking the league by storm, letting everybody know, listen, I'm going to bring a new type of way to play this. How about 3 tight ends? Let me start 3 tight ends. Taking advantage of the 1.5 point per reception. And let me tell you, Kincaid, Kraft, and McBride combining for 55 points. He pulled the victory, 148-111. Bubba down to 0-2. Frankie 2-0. He's back, everyone, and man, he is taking the league by storm. How about picking up freaking Romo, the kicker from Atlanta? Waiver wire pick. Let me pick him at the end right before the game starts. Drops 17 points. Nice pickup. All right, next matchup we have Buffalo Bills up against Brooklyn Giants, and this was a close one, and it was Buffalo Bills with the 172-161 victory. Both teams had guys going off. Mahomes with 23, Cook with 27, Etienne, Higgins combined for 30, but how about Goff dropping a 48? Man, Detroit just massacred the Bears. Johnson, you want to go over there? You think that you are our offense? Let's drop a 52-21 victory. Detroit just demolished Chicago. And seriously, what is up with Caleb Williams, man? All this hype coming in, and man, not looking good. I mean, you've got the weapons galore, and it's just missing guys open. I mean, listen, those had a huge game, but even then, 52-21, that's a shellacking. And listen, the Bills dropped 17 points for you. And it sucks because for Will, I'm going to say Brown, 41 points, career day. But, you know, he didn't get anything from Henry. Henry only had a point. Taylor had a great game, 32 points. But it was just he had some guys who has big games. He has some guys that didn't do anything. And just unfortunately, Alex just had more guys going off. 172 to 161. Both teams go to 1-1. Next up, we have the defending champs, Legendary Giant, going up against Huck Tua. And it's won with the 156-138 victory. And, I mean, listen, he had Love, who dropped 26. The Ravens defense dropping a 30-piece on Cleveland. Listen, he kept the Ravens, and it's already paid dividends here in the second week. Aubrey with 19 points, that huge field goal. And for Jordan, I mean, he really didn't have anybody that came up big. Outside of Bo Nix, he had a lot of double-figure guys, but the Broncos defense did nothing. Tight end, he didn't get much production, only 9.5 points. Both teams go to 1-1. Next up, we have the final matchup, Y2 Deal up against Bad Boys. And it is Y2 Deal with the 158-152 victory. Talk about a very close matchup. He had Hampton and Herbert, and they just did enough to get him over the hump. I mean, I feel, listen, Bad Boys, Eddie drops down to 0-2. Danny's up to 1-1, and for Eddie, man, like, I mean, it kills because listen, you guys pretty had a decent game. Seahawks had a great defense, 27 points. Deebo Samuel drops 21. JSN drops 20. Barkley has 17, and he just edged you out. He just beat you by 6 points. All right, so we're looking at the standings. First snapshot of the standings, and on top you have Gotham Knights, Happy Bacon Strips, and MC Make 1000 at the top of the standings at 2-0. And you have a bunch of dream teams at 1-1, and then rounding up the bottom, you have Bad Boys, Pits and Giggles, and Bushwick Men, who have not gotten a win yet this season. All right, we go to week number 3, and the first matchup, let's pull it up. We have Eli, two-time Super Bowl MVP, going up against Brooklyn Giants. Will, me, you, let's go. Right now, Will's favored 150 to 136. That being said, I'm feeling confident this week. I think Russell Wilson's going to build on that performance, even against that Kansas City Chiefs defense. And I see some good things happening. Will, you going down, dropping you to 1-2. All right, so be ready. Next matchup, we have Frank's Bills going up against Buffalo Bills. The diehard, longtime Bills fan going up against the newly appointed Bills fan. And right now, Frank is slightly favored, not by much, 6-point differential. Both looking for their second win of the season. Next up, we have the 2-0 undefeated Team 8000 going up against the 0-2 Bushwick Hitmen. And man, Marco is heavily favored in this one. He's a 60% favorite. They have him winning 133 to 119. Listen, it's just predictions, but they've got Marco favored to win to go to 3-0. Next up, we have Pits and Giggles against Hawk Tua. Jordan 1-1. Marty 0-2, and Jordan has a slight favor. He's slightly favored in this matchup. Next up, we got Y2 Deal going up against Legendary Giant. 2 1-1 teams. Y2 Deal slightly favored. And listen, Vaughn's got hit hard now that he lost Burrow. He better hope the waiver wire is kind to him. Next up, we have Bad Boys going up against Ojo Meister. Eddie trying to get his first win. He's actually favored in this matchup against Ojo. Ojo is 1-1, looking for his second week. And then the final matchup, the battle of the unbeaten. Gotham Knights going up against Happy Bacon Strips. Terry's favored in this matchup, but listen, we're gonna have at least 1-3-0 team at the end of this week, unless there's a tie. I guess there is a possibility for a tie, very slight, but there's the possibility. Good luck, everyone, this week. The season it's taking weird turns. A lot of quarterbacks going down. Purdy's already down. Now you've got Burrow going down. You've got there was another quarterback that went down. There's 3 quarterbacks that went down. Oh, from Minnesota, McCarthy down. Backups are at a premium, man. Also, Cam Ward is on the trading block if anybody's interested. All right. You guys have a great week. Hopefully, the Mets pull it off, man. Listen, they don't make things easy. 12 games left. We still in control of our own destiny. We just got to make it happen. And how good is this kid? McClain is insane, man. Dude's doing things that no one's ever done in baseball in the modern era. You guys have a good week. Hopefully, the Giants, I think, listen, I wouldn't be surprised if they pull an upset with the Chiefs. I know they probably have the Chiefs heavily favored, but I think the Giants may be able to do something. But listen, I could just be foolish, a foolish Giants fan. Who knows? You guys have a good week. G-Men. Let's go, Mets. Talk to you guys soon.